Hi. So, time-wise, Tuesday the 11th, and it's 12:51, and I'm gonna get ready now. I'm gonna jump in the shower because I want to go to the gym, sit in the sauna and the steam room, and then I want to do some work on my laptop. Okay, because I've got to upload this new course, haven't I? And I've got to go to the bank and pay this money to these people. So what I've done, I've just uploaded the videos from the 9th, the 10th and the 11th. So I've just uploaded another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos onto YouTube. So, and then I've got one video that I need to do some editing because I was showing pictures of some of the people on my WhatsApp, and I realised when I watched it back that the WhatsApp has included some personal numbers. So again, the whole purpose of this is really about my experience. It isn't really about anybody else per se, but I will use evidence that I've got in my phone to verify certain activities. But at the same time, I don't want to put anybody's number or anything like that on the computer, because I am aware of certain GDPR, but I'm also aware that sometimes when the information's coming out of my mouth, it's not always me that is actually saying it. So the earthly me would know what to say and what not to say, but the shamanic me is going to say whatever is being channeled. So I do realize that there are significant risks. So this is a disclaimer to say that those risks I will try and manage as best as I can, but I understand, and I think I need you to understand, that when spirit is doing their thing, spirit is doing their thing. When these identities come in, these identities are doing their thing too. So in the middle of Sasha getting something off her chest per se, she will explode and say what she's got to say. I don't always necessarily remember what she said. Some of it is that I'm looking back on the videos, but even when I'm looking back on the videos, the ancestors are telling me there is no editing. There is no editing. What it is what it is. But obviously, because I'm in a 3D mind and I understand the circumstances of living in a 3D world, I will block out certain things, but I won't cut the video. So that's the compromise that we've come to. Okay, so these are my first videos, and that's how they're numbered. So that's 1 to 11, and then this side is obviously 1 to 20, 20B. So really there are around 21 videos, but the 21st video is not called 21st, it's called 20 part 2, because it's only 12 minutes long, but it attaches to the last video because the camera just cut out. So what I'm going to do right now, this is going to be a video that I want to kind of put this video in with Bronwyn, because I started listening to it and it was so significant about the relationship with me and my ex-husband. And basically she's talking about the fact that this person has gone around and literally chatted all your business, which I'm very aware of. I'm very aware that my marriage was not private. I'm very disappointed by that, but I am very aware that my marriage is not private. And I was very aware of that while I was in my marriage, that my marriage was not private. In fact, most of my relationships have never been private. The people that I'm with really do love to chat my business. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been aware of that. But like I said, I don't have anything to hide. You know what I mean? I'm very confident in what I've done in my life. You know, and that's regardless if anybody wants to judge it as wrong or right. There's only literally one judge, and I walk with that judge, and they are very happy with the way I have lived my life and the way I continue to live my life. So I want that to be absolutely clear. Okay, so Bronwyn is just giving the tea on certain things. Now I've only got 5 minutes in. I'm going to start it from 2 minutes, and I will flip the TV round because I'm going to jump in the shower and I'm going to get washed, brush my teeth, and then I'm going to put some clothes on, and then when I've done all of that, I will spin back round the phone, and then we will sit back down again, okay, and discuss some of the contents that I'm going to be listening to while I'm getting ready in the background, okay. But I do wanna get outside because I do need to get to the bank, and I would like to sit in the sauna and the steam room because I've been saying that I want to ice this bruise from 19 how long, and I ain't gone nowhere. So that is definitely something I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's get the rhythm to run.
2 and then 1. intimacy coming out. Happiness is in reverse as well.
So
I've
it
got, like, one
says
of my PhDs
every
just stuck on that.
nefarious
So it does
detail
seem
about
like
what they
someone
did
here has broken a
to
promise.
you is finally coming
And
basically
the thing
out.
is as well is that we should never make promises when we're happy or when we are, you know, that's the saying, isn't it? You should never spend when you're hungry, which is true. I go food shopping and I'll be hungry and I'll just buy the whole shop. But there's something about not making promises when you are happy, because things can change.
And this is One Ring Tarot 111, so give her
I
flowers.
feel like someone really opened up about something here, something very intimate, and this has been shared. This has actually been shared, and that's really sad. Healer. It could have been. I feel also like there was an exchange here of something. Like in the past, I don't know if there was an ex or someone that you were very close with, romantically or not, that you could have opened up to because you felt very safe and they felt very safe. And the difference is that you haven't spoken about their secrets years later because for what reason, whereas they have. They've done something here, and I keep getting like a WhatsApp. There's something that they've actually shared, whether it's images, videos, an actual entry into your journal, or they've just spoken on something that they said they never would. Yeah, happiness is opening up again. Wow, okay. Let's pop that one there. And this is something that I think they don't want coming out. Okay. Or someone's finding out about this. Tell me about this intimacy and happiness in reverse. What do we need to know about it, Spirit? Thank you. Balance is in reverse. Masculine energy. So we have a masculine here that may have done this. A hobby is underneath. And it's your time. So they've done... This masculine seems to have the energy, especially when I looked at It's Your Time. They almost look like stepping stones. This person may have used you as like an emotional conduit. They may have used you as like an emotional punch bag in some way. Laughter, look. Yeah, they were laughing at you, and I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry for that. Balance coming out in reverse. You were not their yang to their yin, yin to their yang. There's user energy coming in here. I am going to put masculine down. But this is giving me distorted masculine. Somebody who is not very in touch with their emotional side. You may have actually helped them with that healer card coming out to tap into their feminine energy, to tap into their sacral chakra, because I have a feeling there was something going on here with family trauma or childhood trauma that they didn't know how to open up about. It could have been abuse as well, and you were there for them. You were their rock. You sat in masculine energy, and you were their rock for them, and encouraged them to kind of explore their feminine energy and to be vulnerable. And when you did it in turn, look, you've got Y coming out. In turn, they either they've questioned the things that you have said. They've questioned, and I don't know who they're talking to about this. Who are they talking to about this? Please and thank you. Secrets. Whoever they're talking to, they have actually spoken on your secrets. They've spoken on something here that may have been very difficult for you. You have an awakening coming through with healer, so they may have been talking, look, and heartbreak as well. I know that for a lot of people, we have spiritual awakenings when we are at a crossroads in our life, or when something difficult has happened, and we kind of go, well, something has to change, something has to break so it can be rebuilt, right? So it seems like there was something here that you may have shared in a time when you were very vulnerable. And this person is laughing at it with someone. They're laughing at some sort of evolution of self. Okay, this really does show how limited this person is. I'm really sorry. I know I keep saying that because that's really sucky. That's a really sucky thing to happen. Tell me about the secrets in this masculine energy. They seem to have sidestepped the fact that they were very vulnerable and very open, and that you were very caring and that you were there for them, and they've never had that before, because there's something here about conforming. This person they like to feel like they're in control of how other people kind of like create experiences with them, and I don't think they are. There's something about always wanting to come out on top in stories. It's like when they're telling people things, they're always the one that's in balance. They're always the one that has, you know, better regulation of emotions. They're the strong one. They're the keeper of secrets. They're the one that, you know, they quaff at intimacy. They're saying that you were naive. You were very, very naive. You're naive to kind of want to, I don't know, to achieve certain things. I don't know. You do have anxiety in reverse though. And you have needy. So this person was saying that you were needy. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's horrible. I'm going to see if I can open this box now. So there was something about them. These cards did not want to come out at first. And now the box doesn't want to open either. So it is almost like this person didn't want this information to come out in any way, shape or form. Because it's not just that they are mocking you. It's also that they're pretending that they don't have feelings or that things don't affect them. And really, as the truth comes out about this, not only is it going to show that this person lacks empathy, or this person is very emotionally stunted. And that's not something that, you know, you walk around with a badge of honor, but that's toxic masculinity coming through here, or toxic femininity, because as much as it says masculine energy, this is just energy. We're not talking about genders. You can apply a gender if you need to. There's something else. There's something else about the fact that they're mocking you. If that comes out, it shows them up for being really nasty. And I'm getting, am I the a-hole? So I don't know if this is something that was put online, and this person is just writing the story as they want it to be seen. So they're writing you as a character in a way that makes them look good and makes you look vapid or sad or whatever it may be, or needy. Okay. Tell me about intimacy. You're really calling me instead. Okay, let me take this deck. I'm really getting called by this deck here. I've got this song in my head and I don't know all of it. Starry, starry night. Colors, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. If you know that song, and I know it's only a snippet, please put it down underneath. What you mean to me? I feel like it's a 70s song or a 60s song maybe. So we have the Empress and we have the Five of Wands. This person was very, very, very intimidated by your divine feminine energy. That's irrespective of gender. They were very intimidated by how open you are and how open you were with your emotions, with connecting with others. Someone here connects very, very strongly through like intimate acts, and that's not me judging in any way, shape or form. This is someone not wanting to F-U-C-K, they're wanting to make love. Does that make sense? Wanting their souls to combine with another. You know, it's a sacred act here for someone, whereas for the other person, it wasn't. It literally wasn't. This Empress coming out, yeah, look, it's a sacred act. But you have got Magician, and then you've got the Devil underneath, so the Eight of Pentacles. This Empress I'm going to put out, this is about empowerment. Empowerment, and why do I keep getting like, I'm getting Spice Girls now, to become one. To become one. I need some love like I never needed love before. And that's, yeah, in that song it says, gonna make love to you, baby. This person was mocking them. I don't know who they're talking to about this, and it's giving like locker room vibes. But they're not talking to another masculine energy about this. They're talking to a feminine energy about this. It may be the spouse that they're with now, or there's a group of people that they're talking to that may be feminine, but distorted feminine that they're talking about, and they're laughing about your emotional maturity. How that's so make that make sense. It's so dumb. You know, the Five of Wands coming out here. So we have conflict with unhappiness. This person may have, I feel like this person energy harvests when they do the deed. because it's my understanding, but your energies mix, which is why you have to be so cautious on who it is that you allow into your energy in that way. This person they take in some way. Like, this person is like an incubus, succubus, whatever, or they have those vibrations. You have the Five of Swords underneath as well. There's a lot of chaos energy coming through. This person may have at the time been sleeping with more than just you. Because you've got the Five of Swords underneath. We've got arguments. We've got physical altercations. We have the lack of balance, the lack of happiness. And then over here we have this ray of sunshine, which is you. We have this Empress energy. We have intimacy. I don't know if you were trying to heal this person with your energy, and not just in the intimate way, just you were really invested in this person. Almost like when you find like a baby bird with a broken wing, you want to put all of your energy into fixing it, helping it to grow, you know, making sure that it survives, making sure that it's healthy enough to then set it free. This person here may have acted like a baby bird in a way. I'm getting like slight weaponized incompetence, like I can't do things, you have to do them for me. And then they were mocking you. That's terrible. Why are people like this? Why are human beings like this? Like, I get that we all have our wounds, but why are people so sadistic? Let's see. Tell me about the masculine energy, please. So we have the High Priestess coming out here. This person was definitely, I feel like, you know what, there's more than one message coming through here. With that High Priestess coming out, you may have become the doer. I don't know if you were the one that kept the house tidy, went to work, looked after the kids, walked the dog, done all the laundry, you know, booked all the different places on holiday. It seemed like it was a one-man band or a one-woman, one-person band. Oh, that was masculine energy, please. Okay. We do have the Hermit coming out here. This person could be a Virgo, they could be a deep thinker, they could have just been somebody who isolated themselves quite a bit, you know, or they acted like they were isolating themselves, but they were just isolating themselves emotionally from you. We have the Ten of Wands coming out. So the Ten of Wands is a massive burden. This person didn't want to be burdened with your emotional turmoil. Oh, this person is very selfish. Very selfish and very deceitful. Look at this. This person was not to be trusted. They were never to be trusted. The Five of Swords being here, they're holding 3. They allowed their emotions to take over rather than logic. There's something here about every time you guys maybe had an argument, they'd go and talk to somebody else, or they'd go to their side piece and talk to them about you and talk to them about your kind of like perspective on life. And I think maybe your perspective on life was so very different from this person and their side piece. It could be that you were, you know, you're highly religious or you're highly spiritual, and they weren't.
Exactly.
And they just didn't understand your faith, or they didn't understand your perspective on how you are so grounded, or why you were so nice. There's something here about naivety, thinking that you're dumb, thinking that you're immature, thinking
you're taking my kindness for weakness.
Know about the world.
One win.
And really it was them. They had no idea about
they
the world.
They have no idea.
Or the light, because you are this star. You literally are this star.
Literally the star. That's what
There's
my
a
ancestors
softness
said.
and a gentleness that comes
They
through.
literally tattooed the star
and
on
I
my
feel
finger.
like I'm connecting with someone.
Can't see because of the lighting.
Someone never lost connection with their inner child.
No.
And that's irrespective of whether or not it's the
that's where the magic is. God said, come unto me, the little children. Come unto me, the little children. That's what God said, innit? Allegedly.
That looks at the world in a wondrous way.
Come unto me, the little children, man. God wants you to turn back into a child. And just hand it all over to Him.
Because children are very black and white when it comes to how they feel. Especially if they are given the space in which to just express themselves. They're either really upset about something or they're not. You're their friend or they're not. they're not going to hide their anger or their sadness or anything like that. And I feel like someone here is a sensitive soul in the best possible way. But this was not seen like this because by these people, because they're emotionally stunted. When someone says to you, oh, you're so sensitive, oh, you need thicker skin. No, literally what they're doing is not understanding that you are emotionally intelligent, that you're emotionally intelligent, that you feel emotions deeper, and that you understand them deeper. Maybe you just weren't given the right mode in which to express them because you were around people that were emotionally stunted in the first place. They're giving this vibe of someone saying you're just overreacting. Oh, you're overreacting. No, I'm expressing myself and you don't know how to handle that.
Right.
So we have the Seven of Swords coming out here, deceit. And that deceit is based in conflict. There's something here with conflict, with the way that they were thinking about you. Because that Seven of Swords, the person is carrying away five. Five of Swords is mental conflict, it's arguments. It's this energy of I am right, you are wrong. I am big, you are small. Why am I getting stronger? We also have the Lovers coming out here. Yeah.
His way or the highway.
Tell me about
Such man's world.
We have the Three of Pentacles coming out here. We have the Three of Swords. They did not like your sense of independence. They did not like that you had to sit both in your feminine and masculine energy when you were around them. Like you had to do everything.
Cooking, cleaning, washing,
it really
ironing,
felt like
working.
Someone here was single in a relationship. And it's very odd that this person would complain about things like that and then go and cheat on you or have all of these side quest people when they could just be single, when they could have just ended it, when they could have just been like, it's not working.
Why are you with me?
And instead, they didn't have the courage.
Was it nothing about courage? Just thought, you know what, let me sit down there and use her.
So we have the Three of Pentacles coming out here.
Use her. But he's courageless. He's like the heartless lion in fucking Wizard of Oz. Got no heart. Needs courage. Literally got no heart. It's a bomber clock. And he's a lion, Leo. It's like a fucking nursery rhyme. Nursery story.
Angry. This person seems to be a perpetual victim.
Perpetual victim.
They seem to be perpetually.
He would literally say, "Don't you feel sorry for me?" Ask the kids.
They do not know how to balance, rather than looking at themselves and going, "Okay, these actions were
led to that.
I did this because I wasn't able to. I had a massive mood swing, or this or that, or blah blah blah."
No accountability.
Like I said, this person likes to write the story where
he just makes it up.
Like
the victim and the narcissistic character. He's the winner superhero somehow. How are you the superhero? Who did you save? Who did you save? Who have you saved?
Someone kept like.
Who have you protected?
They kept text receipts or email receipts, or they recorded conversations.
Always.
Because you know what, the company you keep is very, very telling of the.
He washes up. He takes a picture.
Yourself. And that's just an observation, not.
He sweeps the floor. He takes a picture.
A lifetime.
What are you taking a picture for?
It's not fact. That's just my opinion. Because your friends, the friends that you have, or the people that you hang around with, whether you choose to have like a side piece or be, you know, loyal in a relationship, those character traits in the people that are around you, when we are looking for people that we want to have in our life, we're usually looking for the highest qualities that we see in ourselves, right? Which is why our friends reflect so much of us. Why we end up getting on so well with our friends, because they really do reflect like a mirror back our best and worst. But when you are hanging around or you're acting like this, that speaks volumes about them. It really does. And I think that this person isn't to be trusted. This person was never to be trusted, which means the people that they're hanging around with or sleeping with or whatever, they're also not to be trusted. Yeah. They were doing something here. They were keeping screenshots.
I told him
or something here.
Don't, you can't trust them people. You don't want to listen.
Of schemes.
Is that them people that you're trying to trust here? They're not your people, mate. I hear their thoughts.
There is something here that this person did in the heat of the moment when they were feeling unbalanced and it has to do with your money.
Yeah.
Or it has to do with...
Let's
It
type
has
the
to do
tar.
with energy in some way. And
Let's
I know
type
that
the tar.
everything is energy, so that's very, very vague. But it is connecting me to, like, bank accounts, money.
Right.
Something, they were mocking something, and they did something together.
Huh.
And this other person kept receipts. What did they do? What did they do? Yeah, look, Queen of Pentacles is coming out again. The Two of Wands to the Six of Wands. Let me put the Queen of Pentacles down here next to the Hermit. They definitely tried to block you. They took something here for themselves. They felt like you were being selfish. This person, you may have withheld sex at some point.
I did.
Like, if this is like
I told
a
him
breakdown
I
of
will
a
never sleep with you
relationship,
again.
you may have realised at some point that their energy was toxic, their energy was dysfunctional, their energy just was
like,
really
nah,
off,
man,
and
nah.
that they, because there seems to be a lack of communication happening here. The only air sign cards that we have coming through, or the only like sword cards we have, are Three of Swords, which is all to do with grief, sadness, loss, you know, acting out of emotion instead of a logic. We have the Five of Swords, arguments, things that take up time rent-free in our head, or space in our head. And then we have the Seven of Swords, and we have all of these really low vibrational or negative energies coming through. This person did not communicate with you, or they kept this from you. They kept something from you. This is very two-faced and very kind of, let me milk this person for all I can get before I leave. But I am not going to leave. I'm going to make them want to leave me. So I'm still the perpetual
I'm
victim.
still the victim.
The
She's left me going around talking that I've left him on his deathbed. That time he's the one that's initiated divorce proceedings.
Over the Ten of Wands, they
So my dad
decided
said, pull it
they
on
made a
Facebook and
decision
show everybody. So I did.
to
Next thing you
expand
know,
on a
4
burden
police
to
officers
make
at my house arresting me.
burdens to you
I'm
on
getting
purpose.
locked up. I'm getting locked up for
It's always
sharing
like they were
that my
punishing
man was
you
the
for
one who
not wanting
divorced
to
me.
sleep with them.
Imagine.
Or for you kind of reclaiming your energy here, taking
Loves
your
to play the
energy back.
victim, man.
Because this person is not coming forward as an emperor. They're coming forward as like
Page.
an emperor in reverse. Somebody who wants to sit on a throne.
But
and
don't earn
and
it.
throw... I heard insults. I was going to say orders, but insults at people and expect respect to come back to them. We have the Ace of Cauldrons in reverse coming out here. Yeah, there was no love lost. I think at the end, maybe this relationship had got to a point where you were like housemates.
Yeah.
For someone here.
2 years.
Where it was just like two ships at sea passing each other.
Spirit was like, you got to stop there for 2 years.
No.
I said 2 years. I said, all right,
But
no
this
problem.
was a continuous deception. Okay. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. To naive.
Imagine living in the house with someone and not talking to them. Bloody hell. And raising kids at the same time. Bloody nightmare.
They thought that you were doing the same. And isn't it always the way that when someone cheats, they assume that the person that they're cheating on is also doing that? They
I've
must
never
be
cheated
doing
on my
that.
husband,
They must
ever.
be doing something.
And I have every right to turn around and say that I did right now.
They had
Because he
set in
did.
their mind.
So because
They
he
had
did,
set
it would
in
be
their
absolutely
mind
fine if I
they
did.
have set in their
But I
mind
never did. I never did.
that they'd find happiness somewhere else. That you were trying to do something here, that you were setting them up. So what did they do? Did they try setting you up?
Shit.
Let me have a look. Yeah, they tried to set you up. We have the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse isn't about endings, because death is. The Fool is about a non-starter. It's stopping you from beginning something new.
Yeah, constantly.
So they did something here to try and get back at you, to gain revenge for some delusional slight that never happened. Because if anything, it seems like you were carrying a lot.
Thank you.
You were carrying a lot here.
I was carrying the whole family. I was carrying him, his family, some of my family. For God's sake, man.
You've got the devil coming out here.
But it showed me how strong I am.
They really villainized you.
Showed me
So
how
what did
strong
they
I
do?
am. Made me stronger
What
too.
did they do?
Made me stronger.
When it comes to money, that you've got magic coming out in reverse as well.
Yeah, what did you do?
And we put this over the Three of Swords.
What did you
They've
do?
done something here. It's like emptying a bank account or emptying something legally. Legally, that was yours.
This man remortgaged the houses and didn't even tell me he'd done that.
They were. I do get that this person may have like they were supposed to pay something, and I feel like they left it in disrepair because it wasn't in their name, or they don't think it was in their name, or they could have changed it over. For someone else, this is like emptying out a joint bank account purposely, so you can't pay bills, so you can't
Trust
pay
me,
for so and so.
never gave me an absolute penny.
Football club.
I've got the 5 kids, and it's not giving me a penny.
Very petty, but they were doing it over time. This is not like I'm having an argument.
He's
with
refusing
you.
to move out the house.
Go and take the money out of the joint account, F you, and all the rest of it. No, it was
undercover, sneaky.
It was almost like when you decided that you did not wish to be intimate with them because you could see that this person's energy
is attached to a succubus.
See that they were not healing certain things.
His wounds weren't healing. He weren't healing.
Confidence for you to
Bloody hell.
Do everything, and they could just
sitting there waiting for me to do his wounds while his wounds are rotting.
For hours as well.
I'm like, you're on another level, man.
When they realised this, they started scheming.
My man's committed to the mission.
With their side piece, they started scheming with this person.
Funny.
And they were taking
scheming with his side piece.
Well, they were taking something of value, bit by bit by bit, bit by bit by bit,
brick by brick,
sneaky and
brick by brick by brick.
What do we need to know about the Ace of Wands to the Five of Swords for balance, please? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups and we have the Two of Cups. So the person that they were actually scheming with is the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups I'm going to put down first over the Ace of Wands. It seems like the person that they were scheming with is very manipulative and was stoking the fire. Because I'm getting paranoia coming from this person.
But that's what Almighty said that they was meant to do. They was meant to do that. They was part of the divine plan too. What you went into was part of the Almighty's plan. The Almighty said, don't worry, man, we got something good for him. I said, all right then. The Almighty said, carry on with your business. I said, all right then. Don't worry about him. I said, okay then.
They go and talk about you and laugh about you and laugh about all these things because they were really going into, this person was going into detail about maybe when you were intimate together and what you did together, what position, all of that stuff, seriously. There is a conversation going on here where this Queen of Cups was like, yeah, you know that this person was doing A, B, and C. You need to take from that person. You need to knock that person down to size. You need to do this. You need to do that. So they were goading this person's paranoia and this person's ego. We have the Three of Cups coming out. The Three of Cups in reverse is the lack of celebration or the lack of some sort of, why am I getting like invitation or opportunity? This person was stopping you from what?
Got moving forward.
Why do I get like, were they in your email?
Apologies, I can't even turn the camera around because I'm getting ready. But yeah, in a nutshell.
Till you changed it, because this Queen of Pentacles, why do I get like, were they in your email?
Were they?
For a short time, this person was able to get into your email. I don't know if it's because they knew your password until you changed it.
Yeah.
Because this Queen of Pentacles is the energy of nurturing, of growth, of sharing with others. It's like a joint community growth, you know. It takes a village to raise a child. Everyone works together, helping others.
That was his motto.
And we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This Three of Pentacles is a lack of an event, a lack of celebration, the lack of a party or a wedding or whatever that may be. I'm really getting here that somebody was going in and either replying to opportunities that may have come through before you knew and deleting them, or they were just getting rid of them so that you didn't see them. This is some petty-ish, man. You have the 10 of Wands coming through as well. Now, the 10 of Wands has always been a very positive card for me, no matter in what instance. Simply because the 10 of Wands is the end of burdens. It's getting to the end and being able to put it down. You know, it's not, you're almost there like the 9 of Wands. It's not, you know, with the 8 of Wands, something's coming in quickly. It's just, this is near the end. You have learned the lesson that you needed to learn from the universe.
Thank you, Marcel.
And you can put this down, you can rest, you can move on to the next stage of your life.
Thank you.
The 10 of Wands in reverse is continuously bringing in burden. Continuously bringing in burden. This had to do with bills. For someone specifically, they were purposely like archiving or removing like emails talking about bills so that you'd be in the red, so that you would get like bad credit. And this was on the advice of whoever it was they were with. Control. This person may have been doing this after you guys weren't together as well, especially if you didn't change your password
Straight
until
away.
later on.
Yeah.
They were messing with things in your email. That's crazy. That's crazy work. What else do you need to know? Knight of Swords is in reverse. They kept very quiet about this. They kept quiet about this deceit. Very quiet about this deceit.
But God saw.
And it is. They were blocking some sort of communication from coming through. Tell me about what's happening now, please. We have the 2 of Wands now coming out in reverse. Okay. Can I get some clarity on that 2 of Wands with the Devil? The World. This person, I feel like this person may be watching you, like online. They may be watching you online, because this has become a bit of an obsession for this person. An obsessive ex of some sort here. Strength is coming out in reverse. You also have this Queen of Cups in reverse. There's something wrong with their health.
Look at that.
There's literally something wrong with their health. They may be very, very worried as well because something is backfiring now. Tell me about the 3 of Cups, please. The Empress is coming out. Okay, this was to do with your freedom. Why am I getting your freedom?
Yeah.
This is giving me
What's my freedom?
spell work of some sort that was going on.
Spell work.
This is to stop you from sleeping or to keep you feeling tired.
Yeah.
There's also something that is owed. Something is definitely owed to you or is supposed to be given to you. And you have the Ace of Swords, something that you didn't know. For all these secrets that they've been trying to spread of yours, something's coming out here, also including this. And this is important because there's some sort of money, there's some sort of abundance or wealth that they were trying to keep for themselves. I had set you up. They were trying to set you up. Now they don't want to talk about this. Now they don't want people to know their character or know what it is that they've been doing. They want to keep it private. They want to keep it super private. About this deceit. Tell me about this deceit. How's this coming out? Page of Swords. Listen. Page of Swords. Has someone seen this? Someone has seen this. Someone has viewed or seen or been shown these screenshots, the WhatsApp pages, whatever it may be, they've been shown. King of Pentacles to the 10 of Swords. It does feel like whoever this side piece is trying to save themselves from something here. And they're throwing this ex or this person under the bus. Where would you like me to go? Okay, right at the bottom. Give me 1 second. Let me just grab these. Okay. Let's see. What do we need to know? Okay, this is revolving around a home as well. This is revolving around a home, their family. You have positive, uplifting new friends coming through. They may have been trying to block this. I feel like omens are really important at the moment. And there are omens that this person, someone here does tarot or oracle. I feel like the side piece might do, they either listen to tarot or they do it themselves. They have some sort of divination practice that they do, and there is this energy of these omens. These are the good omens. These are the things that you want to be seeing to succeed in whatever your endeavor is. And it obviously is in taking you down for some reason. And these are the bad omens. These are the omens that are telling you that actually karma's coming for you, and they're seeing the bad omens. They're literally karma, it's the chaos. Something to do with chaos. They're seeing the bad omens, and they know that it's coming for them. Something is coming for them. It may be in their home. They showed the wrong person that paperwork. Reconsider your alliances, make new connections. They showed the wrong person. Like we were saying, you know, the qualities within you is then reflected in the company that you keep. So whoever it is that they've been hanging around with, they also were interested and was like, okay, what's going on here? And I just heard TikTok. I don't know if they put something up on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok.
They could have, you know that. We also have guidance, but where will it lead you? So this Queen of Cups may have wanted some sort of guidance here. They've spoken on what they're doing. Now, I don't know if they've shown this to another person and they've put it up on TikTok, or if they did it themselves. If they kind of like wanted to hide names, change dates, but people knew who this ex of yours is. And we're like, 1 second, whoa, 1 second. We know what this is. We know exactly what this is and who this is. I heard you need to get a lawyer, and I don't know if that's for you or if it's for them, because your contradictions and complexities are interesting. Whatever they were saying, even if they were trying to paint you as being the villain, it weren't coming out like that. Like I said at the start, it could have been like a Reddit story or something online. Okay. It's time to become a great leader. They were trying to block you from your destiny, without a doubt. And it's all down to jealousy. It's all down to jealousy. You can achieve great things. You can achieve great things. Anything else that we need to know about this before I go, please and thank you. Anything else? Okay, we've got stifled, bored and stuck, but it's in reverse. So you have cleared something here. You've cleared some sort of energy. This is why we had the Empress going into the High Priestess when I asked about this masculine energy. This person, whoever this ex is of yours, they watched you go from just being, let's say, a Queen of Cups to an Empress while in that relationship. And as it was coming near the end of that relationship, they watched you go from an Empress into a High Priestess, and they didn't like it because they don't have the understanding of these terms like Empress, Queen of Cups, High Priestess, but they could tell there was a shift. It went from you kind of like either over nurturing or doing everything, but including them, and then feeling like they have their life is easy. If they'd asked you to get like a leaf to fan them and to feed them some grapes, they were that cocky that they thought that you would.
I was.
To you, kind of like just stepping back and being like, you do your own thing.
Yeah.
You do your own thing. I'm going to do mine. And they saw that independence. They saw that lack of intimacy. And they were just like, what the F? You shook something off. Look, new skills, advanced training and rapid improvements. They saw this. They didn't like it. Invasion, boundaries violated and dominance. This person may have been trying to get into your energy. They may have been getting tarot readings on you while you were in the relationship and now after. And now after, you know, and now after. Love is strange. Okay, this person is obsessed. After sadness, happiness and hope returns, this person is depressed. Anything else? Yeah, and the thing is as well, is everyone's knowing. Something is spreading. Like, it's been put on social media in some way. Some story, even though the story it's been changed to kind of fit this masculine energy and their psyches, even though it has. People have read this and have gone, this is all it doesn't make sense. Why would someone so do this, and this? Other people, there are some people there who are still stuck into the matrix, who aren't spiritually awake, who are like, yeah, you're right, blah blah blah. But there's a majority of people going, this isn't right. What? Excuse me, what? And these secrets are coming out. You see clearly clairvoyance. Exactly. There's some people here who are blinded to the truth, and others who are openly going, this is BS. Count your blessings as coming out. I think people may have actually realized who you are. Don't ask me how I know, because I feel like it's been, this social media thing has been put up in a specific place. Like it could be a Facebook group. Something smaller than just the internet, the World Wide Web. Lost magic, atonement, and rebalance, and you've got balance there. This person's going to come in and ask you for like atonement, for forgiveness, and all that jazz. Okay. Because the thing is as well is that there are hints here of doing things that are illegal.
Touch base back, so notorious details about what they did to is finally coming out. Like, Spirit has downloaded to me so much, because to be honest, I was very much in love with my husband. Do you get what I'm trying to say? In terms of the 3D me that was on earth, living out the life that I was living out. As I said earlier on, I would have been happy to, I would have 100% stayed with the man another 20 years. Yeah, I say, but don't get me wrong, even in the relationship, the 3D me was saying, yo, Most High, is this it? I've ended up with this man 10 years older than me. My mum said, don't do it, don't deal with no old man. They're 10 years old. Is what my mum said. And I used to think to myself, Most High, is this it for me? Is this it for me? Is this my life? Because he'd got so sick. Like things like camping, swimming, going in the sea. He couldn't do any of those because he's got an electric device in him. So, and I'm a water baby as a Scorpio. I'm a fish man. You know what I'm saying? So we've got I bought a hot tub, an 8-man hot tub in the garden. And it was basically so that because we worked so hard, we get to play hard too, innit? And now we didn't get to play at all, man. At all. It was actually quite a horrific marriage when you think about it. I try not to think about it, to be fair, because I'm okay. But I know that eventually I will have to go into those emotions and deal with it, because there was a lot of abuse. There really was a lot of abuse. And I'm not saying that parts of me were abusive too, but sitting down with it, I've forgiven myself because I have the understanding of myself. And I understand that a lot of my actions were based on the consequences of his actions. All he needed to do was love me. That's it. I'm giving him everything anyway. And when I say that I'm cooking, I'm doing everything he's doing, because we've got the same job. We're both head teachers. And then some. Plus he's ill. Honestly, like, I think about my life now. You know what I mean? Like, I think about when people are like, oh, Asherah, you're doing too much, man. Like, in terms of like what I'm doing now. And like running my little businesses and doing whatever. And I think this is nothing. Like, the Almighty has had to slow me down so much. Because that's my problem. I was on go. In fact, I weren't on go. I was on accelerate. All day, every day, I was on accelerate. And I had to learn to slow my nervous system down, my thoughts down, my breathing down, my awareness down, my emotions down. And just focus on spirit and just learn to breathe and learn to find stillness, because I didn't know stillness. I didn't know what it was to turn off. And I didn't know myself. When I left my husband, I didn't even know what I liked for dinner. I'd been so used to just cooking what everybody else liked and just me eating whatever's there. Like, generally, when the Almighty said he's going to send the kids to their dads for a week, so I would have a week, I literally spent the first 4 weeks in bed. I couldn't move. Could not move. It's a lucky thing that the bigger kids are big enough to be able to go in the fridge or the freezer and help themselves, because Rosie, my God, I didn't know how tired she was. She didn't know how tired she was. None of us knew how tired she was. Asherah was fine, but don't get me wrong, Rosie. Asherah was fine at that point when I just left my husband. At the end of 21, she wasn't fine. And she was working at a school in Birmingham, a secondary school. And they was asking her to stay on. And she was like, I need to go part-time. I'm having court. Sometimes court is in the middle of the day. So I'm having to like book off time in the day, still be at work in my office while in court over COVID, because most of court was online. And I'm juggling school and court, and I've got the kids to pick up after work, and I've got the kids to drop off in the morning. I'm just like, and everything else, plus the spiritual stuff that you can see going on. I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, these were some heavy burdens to carry, but I carried them. I did, I really did. I carried them, and they made me stronger. And it's kind of like everything that I was left to do by myself, I'm now like an expert in. Like, I really am okay. Like, I really have the skills to go forward. I really do not need to worry about anything. It has been a wax on, wax off situation, which I'm very pleased about, you know. So even though what's happened, I'm not bitter. I'm not resentful. I'm not toxic about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. You will hear Sasha come out and she will behave in a toxic way, but it's very, I would say at this point, there's an element of it that is performative, because she does know better. She does know better. But at the same time, there's certain things that need to be expressed for there to be an understanding of the severity of the situation also. And also the level of piss taking that happened. Let's not forget. There's been a level of piss taking, because it literally is taking my kindness for weakness, you know. And I've remained a kind person. I've just remained a more discerned person. So I don't just give unconsciously now. I give because I've sat down with the ancestors and they've told me who to give to, you know. So that's a better way of doing it. So I'm gonna literally put on the last 5 minutes of the video while I go and put some clothes in the washing machine and sort out some bits and bobs, and then I'll come back and we'll break, because I'm going to go to the gym, yeah, and the bank, which I've been saying since yesterday, you know. But Summer's top just arrived from Shein while the video was playing around downstairs. So I got her this nice little off-the-shoulder top. You know, which I think is very elegant. You know, she wears a lot of tops with her cleavage out, and I'm like, you know what, young lady? It's really not about that. You know, you're supposed to let them wander. You're supposed to leave a little bit to the imagination. So this top, it's still quite, you know, still quite alluring, but just all your business ain't out. You know what I mean? You just, you know, it's off the shoulders, very nice. So that's what I ordered. On one of the videos, it says about me ordering a red off the shoulder top. So that's the red off the shoulder top. So just waiting for the rest of the stuff to come, because I have got an awards night coming up. I just texted my son not too long ago, because he texted me yesterday, and I didn't respond because I was videoing, and then I fell asleep, and I thought, bloody hell, he must be thinking something's happened to me. So I thought, let me text him. So I've texted him on the phone that I'm recording on. Where's the download? Yeah, I've texted him on the phone that I'm recording on, and just let him know that, yeah, me and Summer's absolutely fine. Glad to know that everybody down there is fine, including his brother. Oh, it's happened again. Basically, I've got the AI doing something, because I've just received an email from my son's school, so, and then a report. So I've just gone through the report and the email, and obviously they've put together a response, you know, to make it, you know, just to basically improve the recommendations that they've given him. But actually it's missing some outcomes and some information. So we've just tallied that up before I went in the shower, and then hopefully when I send that, they can get on it, basically. And I'm still waiting, because on the 7th, today is the 11th, but on the 7th I was in a court hearing, but it was online again, so I did it here in my bedroom, and that was around my son's education again. So the jury's out, so they're deliberating, and once they finish deliberating, they will contact and let me know what the outcome is. But I was able to secure my witness in there, because I was able to prove during the hearing that the evidence that the LA is claiming that I never ever sent them, I did in fact send it to them a year ago on the 6th of November 2024. And because Spirit is very meticulous, not only do I have all the files saved in my laptop, I was able to retrieve the emails of the appeal that were sent over, 2 separate emails with all the attachments. But like I said to the woman, the judge, it's impossible, because the email sent in 2 parts. One email's got 11 attachments and the other email's got 13 attachments. And if only 5 attachments are missing out of the email, but the other 6, 7, 8 emails are there and they've been included in the bundle, then it goes to say all reports was received, but somebody on their side has selected what they want to and what they don't want to put in the bundle. But we've managed to catch them in their lie, because the email is evidence that all the attachments were there. And I was able to email them the attachments during the hearing, and email them the email, and email them pictures of all the attachments included in the email. So based on that, they said that this hearing will continue because the LA wanted to adjourn it. Yeah. And at one point, the judge had to turn around to the LA and say, because basically the level of incompetence was unbelievable, and says, you know what, do you need to get a senior person from their department to come and support her during this hearing? Because it was absolutely ridiculous. But I've been in many ridiculous situations like that, and the outcome has still been in favour of my ex-husband. And that's what I mean about the liberties. Like, the evidence has been unreal. Like, I don't ramp when it comes to putting evidence. You see me on these videos, and if I say something, whether it's on the same video or the next video, I would pull up a receipt and show you. I would pull up a receipt and show you, so you can see that what I'm talking about actually did happen. If I said it happened, then it happened. Because if I lie, I will be punished. I will be punished by the Almighty. If I lie, I will be punished instantly. I'm punished to Bomber Clark, never mind. I get instant judgment. Imagine getting instant judgment. And I know I'm going to get, I know something's going to happen, because I feel myself dip. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell. Or I've said something that I shouldn't have said, and it's gone out in the ethers, and now it's mash up. I know it's mash up, because I can feel it. I'm very, 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 that's how sensitive I am. So I'm very mindful. I'm very mindful of how I conduct myself. I'm very mindful of the things that I say. I'm very mindful of the things that I do, because I'm not just anybody. Sorry, this is us at the sea.
We're at Brighton Beach. This is better than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, you got like the whole beach, the whole pier. You got Harvester.
We love it. We love it. We have so much fun. We really do. Anyway, let me get to the point, because I did want to show you and see if I've got that video. I'm trying to look for the video that I mentioned when I was at Jamaica Independence, and I was dancing to the Dancehall Queen song. That's the video I'm looking for, because they wanted me to catch it back up on this video. So I'm aware that the video is going on an hour now, so I want to kind of shut it down and go about my business. Let me see if I can just find this one video. I don't think it's going to be easy. What is that? Oh, okay. I know what that is now. It's an event that I went to, that I got invited to by this girl. And before the event, she asked me if I can come and help her set up, and Spirit told me no. Why is she asking you if you can go and set up when she's... I don't know, there was something going on. This is me on my car. This is out for my birthday. Like I said, we went and got drinks and it.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So funny. Happy birthday to me.
That's the view that you could see from where we was. It's so beautiful. Really was really nice. I ain't looked at these videos in about how many years.
Do I need to get out this picture, yeah?
I'm surprised how beautiful that was, right? Yeah, it's lovely. If you just do the tops.
Where's this video mouse? I don't know if it's in Snap or something else. It could just be on the normal phone, but they're telling me to have a look for it, so let me have a look for it.
Hey, puppy.
It's another message for Wacko.
Oh, baby. How are you? Where are you? I miss you.
Butter. Babe butter.
I'm ready.
That's my little ensuite bathroom. Alright, listen to that. I've got a picture of Eric, but they've just said to me not to show the picture, so I'm not going to show the picture. Alright. I was more than happy to show, but I heard don't show his face, so I'm not going to show his face. This is me at my stomping ground, my favourite pub, the Four Oaks pub. Right, I don't know if I've got a picture, but basically I will play that one too most high, but let me just go further down and just see if there's an Eric one. Can't be, because I'm in September 2022 now. And I met Eric 2023. No, actually I didn't. It's 2022. Alright, let me keep going just in case. That's me in Leeds. They're saying to me to play this video.
I'm in Leeds. It's my little boudoir for the night. My auntie's in the next room showing some of my other family. But they can. This is what we look like outside. That's Leeds. Let's just make sure you see that.
I used to love stopping at my uncle Dennis's and my auntie's house. So when people are like, oh, I've done with my husband and I'm popped down and I'm mad and I'm not doing too well, this is what I was doing. This is me. Do you get what I'm saying? This is me. I went pop down. Pop down now after this ascension. Blood clot. But I'm popping back up now. Me I pop back up, man. Me I pop back up, blood. I'm popping back up. Got so much pictures of the bloody kids. Unreal. Look at this. Pop down. Who's pop down?
Hi, Fred. I'm being a bit cheeky because actually I'm in a course at the moment. So you can probably just hear a bit.
Telling me to find the blood clot video that I come on to find. So let me just be obedient and see if I see. This is me doing some recording for
Hello,
business.
my name's Asherah.
In fact, no, they said don't show it. Okay, alright, okay. They want, it's about things happening in stages. It's not about not showing it. It's just they've got a systematic approach in it. I've got my mother-in-law here too, but like I said, I don't want to put anybody. I don't want to put people on blast like that. So it's really not about their faces. I'm trying to catch the videos that actually demonstrate the argument that I'm talking about, as opposed to just playing random videos for the sake of it. But this is the Jamaica independence video. Oh no, I don't know what video this is, but this must be the next one. Right there. Oh, here it is. That's a picture of me. In fact, let me. This is me at Jamaica Independent, but that's not the video. This is the video. Need to dance so big for life. Gonna explode like dynamite. And she's moving out of sight. She doesn't like what the feels like dynamite. Asha, did you know that it was gonna be what it was gonna be? No. The me now to the me her. She knew something was coming, but she didn't have a fucking clue what was coming. I'm telling you right now, oh my God. We could never have imagined. Never have imagined. Never. Never could have imagined. So basically, the point of that video is that is the day that I met Trigger 4. That's the point, basically. So prior to that, Trigger 4 hadn't been spoken about. This is me at one next event. And I went with one girl. She's there too, but I won't put her picture up or nothing. Yeah, so basically that's the main video of the Dancehall Queen, because obviously I'd referenced it in the last video, and it was just to say that was the night that I'd met Trigger 4. But like I said, I've got the book on all of these triggers, so I will do the book on Trigger 1, Trigger 2, Trigger 3, Trigger 4, because it's very, very important to not just understand these other missions, but what it was with these guys, and what the purpose was, and what the lessons were, and what the healing was. Because honestly, I went through some healing with every single one of them. There is not one of them that I would say out of these 5 that I said I wouldn't do it again. I'd do it again with every single one of them. Even knowing what I know today, I'd do it again, because it was so valuable. It was so valuable, and that's why you can't cut your heart off for love just because you had a bad relationship or a bad experience, and that's why you can't take the badness from that experience moving forward. And I would never. I'm trying to say, which is why I did phone Rakar from the hospital last year just to verify if me and him have got anything or not. You know what I'm saying? If me and him have got anything or not, because I don't want to live with any regrets. I don't want to live with any what ifs. I don't want to be on my deathbed or in heaven when Judgment Day gets called and you get a look at your life. I don't want there to be anything that I regret. You know what I mean? I want to know that I did the things that I wanted to do, and I lived the way that I wanted to live. You know what I mean? And that's righteous. And as long as what I'm doing is in a righteous manner, I can live with myself. I generally can live with myself. You know, that's what it's about. So I'll put on the rest of the 5 minutes while I go downstairs and put some clothes in the wash. And then I'm going to quickly draw off. I gave my daughter my electric blanket while I was away. I mean, to be honest, I haven't really needed it, to be fair. But I like my electric blanket because it's so snuggy. And anyway, she's fallen in love with it. So I told her on Saturday, just wash it on Sunday. So I've got it back. Today's Tuesday. I ain't got my electric blanket. I'm having to literally go in her room and take it off her bed and put it in the wash right now. So that's what I want to do. So that when I get back, I can just throw it in the dryer. And then I've got it for tonight. Okay. So watch the last minute of Bronwyn's. What I forgot to say is that this video was recorded 3 months ago. This is not a recent video, but Spirit had told me to play it anyway because they felt that the information in it was relevant. So obviously I haven't been in the room for the whole video because I've been in the shower. I've been getting things ready around the house and that, and I'm going to go now put on some clothes. But I trust Spirit enough to know that whatever reason they've told me to play this video, it's significant somewhere along these timelines that we're talking about. Okay, so let's continue.
Hints here of like, come on now, hacking into your email. That's not even a hint. That's not a sprinkle. That's a whole spreading of illegal stuff going on here. If this comes out, they know. They can get arrested for this. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Crazy work. Thank you. Celebration, fun and enjoyment is coming out. Okay, this person may drink a lot. A wish will not be granted is upside down. So this person may have been forcing something here, like what? Or they want you to heal them of their depression or their sadness or something. Peace and harmony is in reverse. This person has no peace. They have no peace of mind in any way, shape or form. And I don't feel it's because of what they did to you. I think it's because of the karma they're getting now. And because whoever their side piece is was never loyal to them. Was never loyal to them. This stuff coming out shows exactly who this person is, what type of person they are as well. Nasty, nasty, nasty energy. I'm sorry that you had to experience that. Because like I said, why are people like this? Someone working against you behind your back is coming out. Anything else before I go, please and thank you. Good advice from a wise person is coming out. This person may see you as like this wise owl now, and they want to come forward and get advice. Like, please, changes in your life. Anything else, please? Someone is leaving your life. I heard, thank goodness. Get back to basics. There's something about this that they want to make complicated. You have strong emotions, passionate love or hate, and control your anger or you will be sorry. So this person may have anger issues. They may be angry at the fact that they can't control this narrative. They're not able to, they've perfectly curated this story and how they want people to look at it, but people are seeing through that BS and they don't like it. They're angry about this. They're angry about this. This person could be a Leo. They could be a Libra. There seems to be a lot of fire sign coming through for this. A lot of fire sign and air signs, okay? So we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then air signs, we have Gemini, Libra, and is it Aquarius? We also have financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So there may be money owed to you. There may be money owed to you. Sneaky, sneaky energy. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I hope this gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed and that you already knew. Okay. If you are new to this this channel and this resonated for you, you'd like to see more, I'd love it if you were to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see just that and when I post. I have looked at my analytics and like half the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. If it does resonate, come join the party, be part of the community. There's always space for you. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. Know that my readings are closed at the moment over the space of July. If you are interested in having a reading and you got in contact with me in June, I am slowly working through all of the people that have asked for readings. If you haven't heard from me in the next day, please send me a prompt email. That will just push your original email to the top, okay? That just means going into that email and replying to yourself, more or less, and it will push you right to the top and I will see you. If you would like to book yourself in for August, you can do so because my readings do go really, really quickly. The way that you can book in is by placing a deposit, which is 50% of the full price of the reading that you want. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and hour readings. All pricing I can send to you if you are interested. Know that my pricing is in UK sterling pound coin, and then it has been exchanged into US dollars only. So if you are outside of those countries, but you are still interested, you can always send me an email and I will help you with exchanging that rate over. I think that's it. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I need a letter delivered to the Davenports, an obscenely rich family of aristocrats. Fuck them all. That's right.
Give me 2 seconds.
Grand Rising, wonderful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bronwyn. This is Bronwyn's Code Tarot 111. If you are new to this channel, welcome in. It's good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for growing the community that we have here. It's a really nice little snug corner of the internet. I'm going to be ringing this bell. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, I do suggest that you turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. Okay, let's have a sip of my my tea before it goes cold, because that always happens. I hope everyone's doing really, really well. I will start with, it was more of a feeling than anything else. When I was tapping into this collective, and I had my eyes closed, and I could feel that like click of like clicking into the collective, I saw, it was almost like the negative of a picture, like old school cameras, and I saw the light, like a light ring. There were loads of these different rings, light rings, and I could feel a sense of motion, like something going in spiral. So something is moving, almost like the cogs within a clock. When you look at the back of a clock and how all of these different cogs work together, right? Something's turning and changing.
You class this person as
Okay,
soul
where would
family,
you
and
like
they
me to
did
go?
this. I'm not gonna bother going into that reading right now. I just found it interesting that she could see all these circles that look like clogs, because earlier on, or last night, when I kept blinking, I kept seeing all these circles, but I really did just associate that with the ring light. You know, sometimes you can stare at something, and when you close your eyes, you'll make that pattern, if that happens to you, I should say, because what I'm realising is that things that I have taken for granted over years, thinking everybody had that experience, because from a child, this is all I've known, but that isn't the case at all. Again, I understand how triggering a lot of this is, and I do appreciate that. If you look at my description, I do talk about that, but at the same time, I do need to get to the bottom of this for myself, for my children, for my legacy, my family. You know, I need to get to the bottom of this, because one, it's just too interesting. You know, it really is very, very interesting. I find myself very interesting. I find the things that I'm talking about that are coming in as new knowledge to me very interesting, and I really do enjoy getting to the bottom of it all and really figuring it out. What is actually the reality? What is reality, and who determines reality? Who decides what is reality and what isn't reality? Who decides the truth and what is not the truth? And should somebody who does not have God's favour be the person to determine what is the truth and what isn't the truth? That's what I want to know, because, you know, who is actually qualified to determine if this is mental health or if this is spirituality? Who is actually qualified to make that judgment? Now, on the spirituality side, I know that I can get my spirituality confirmed, because I can go, or I am going, you know, to certain places. What do you reckon of that? To certain spiritual places, talk about my experience, and they can test me, if you like. They can test me. It's cute. So that is one way from a spiritual perspective. But that's not the issue. The issue is, how do you get the non-spiritual community to accept what you're saying when the non-spiritual community don't have a clue about what it is that you're saying? You know, that's the real brain fuck. You know, how do you turn non-believers into believers? But that's not my job anyway. You know, my job is not to turn non-believers into believers. That's got nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing to do with me. This is literally just for me. This is just for me. I want to know. I want to assess it. I know what's going on, and I sit with myself every single day and know what's going on. Don't think I like them at the same level. I see what's going on. I know what's going on. You know, what I want to do is the reason why I'm recording it. One, because I generally do want my PhD, because I do think that I deserve it to myself. I owe it to myself, because I promised myself my PhD. And the spiritual me says to me, why do you want the PhD anyway? Because at the end of the day, it means practically nothing. From a spiritual perspective, the PhD means nothing. You know what I mean? And I get that, and I get what Spirit's saying to me when they say that, but because I'd made that promise to myself, I just probably want to just honour it, you know, in all honesty. But I have had to check myself to see if it's an ego thing. Do I want my doctorate because of ego? Do I want it because I'm called Doctor? No, because I don't intend to keep the name Doctor for long. I want Duchess or something constructive. You know, when I finish, my name will have some type of royal title connected to it. So it's definitely not about the title, and it's definitely not about my ego. I just generally think that the intellectual side of me is very, very excited to do this. You know, it's something that I get excited about. It's something that I get passionate about. You know, learning, discovering. You know, I'm a lifelong learner, and that's what this is. It's an opportunity to really get to study myself, because I find it really interesting looking back on these videos and me seeing that I did have the understanding. Even though I didn't have the understanding, I did have the overstanding, you know. And in hindsight, because that's where I am now, I'm in hindsight of all these saved videos. You don't know how many videos I have got. Not these little dibby ones in Snapchat. It's only because I can't get access to the storage on my camera why I can't really show you some things. But the reason why I can't get access is because it's all, my storage is rammed out, blood. My clouds are rammed out. My drives are rammed out. My laptops are rammed out. You know what I mean? I really have been pulling in masses and masses and masses of data and research. And I used to be worried, like, how am I going to comprehend? How am I going to work out all this information? And they kept saying to me, don't worry, don't worry. You know what I mean? AI will catch up, and it has caught up. So I don't need to worry about the how anymore. I just need to worry about the why, which is all anybody needs to worry about, the why. So, on that note, I'm going to go. I'm going to go because the time is 2:15. So that's good. So I'm going to go and do the things that I said I'm going to do. I'm very excited about this course that Spirit came up with yesterday. You know what I mean? And it's already done, it's patterned. I just need to get them to do it in a CVS so that when I log into my platform, I can just upload the course straight into it and I don't have to do any FAP. And hopefully all of the learning outcomes and stuff like that would have gone across too. So isn't that brilliant? So I've sat down here, recorded 21 videos and developed a new course for my company. And I've already done the documents to make sure that I sort out the intellectual property for it and get it copywritten. And I've put clothes in the wash, and I have eaten. You know, I have eaten. I've tidied up my room. Summer's gone to college, and yeah, we're good. I've got some stuff that I do need to do for work, but I'm just gonna take my time and do them. You know, I'm just gonna take my time and do them, and I'm just gonna be forgiving to myself because, you know, this is a lot. This is a lot. You know, so I'll make sure I spend some time with the birds and that today. In fact, I've got some bread in the fridge, there's half a loaf. I'm gonna go feed the birds today. So yeah, so 1 hour 23. Alright, and this is video 21. Alright, video 21. And I'm just gonna upload it straight away. So there's only one video at the moment missing, and that's video 13. And that's because I've got to take out some of the details that came up on the video, but you're not gonna know that because I haven't posted it. Alright, so timestamp that's just said, which I would have forgotten. So 11th of November 2025. Okay, see you on the next one.